being able to design something, it's the one chance that you have the opportunity to predict the future. You have the ability to create things that don't exist.
Design is literally all around us. Everything that we buy, our shoes, our clothes, our cars, the buildings, is designed by somebody.
What sometimes people don't understand about design is that it's not limited to one or two objects. It's actually every object that you see.
It's creating an object that has a function or a purpose. It needs to solve a problem. People need to connect with it.
It's a magical moment because you put it on paper first. It's in a 2D form. And to be able to physically hold the object, that first sample is probably the most beautiful thing you want to see. Then you're immediately disappointed because most of the time it doesn't look like what you drew. Then that's where the real work starts, with the revisions to get it closer to what you envisioned on that piece of paper. But at the same time, that vision that you put on paper evolves.
It's problem solving. It's starting with a problem and then working through a process in order to create a solution.
You know, I think as a creative, you never want to stop. Like, you always see ways to make it better.
That's the beauty of design. There's a million different approaches to the same problem, but really to be able to show your work and show your way of thinking, getting feedback from others is going to be what sets you apart from somebody who's just sitting alone and designing in their own little bubble. You realize really quickly that if somebody thinks very differently than you, then what you can create together is going to be so much better than what any of you can create on your own. Get as much feedback as you can. Put yourself out there. It can be really hard to put yourself out there when you're not confident and you don't know if what you're creating is good. But only through that exposure can you really start to develop that understanding.
And that's the point of what we're doing here today. Over time, you start to pull a little bit from here, put a little bit from there, and you create your own style. You create your own process.